Okay.
And here we are, another episode on another Saturday. Welcome to episode 11. Dang,
Yeah.
Carlos, we at episode 11 already, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, episode 11.
And we also want to thank everyone that has all of our subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. I know we're a pretty young channel,
Yep.
but without you, there is no Be Ready Sports. Thank you to all our guests who piled in. Like, man, when I tell you we have a lineup, we're booked all the way to July 4th
Wow.
right now. That's how
Wow.
many people that are lining up. And thanks to you guys, we're getting out there because um we're getting people messaging us right now, um asking to be on. So hey, that's
Means
all
a lot.
because of you guys and our guests and our
Absolutely.
awesome kick ass co-host that we have here in Mr. Rios.
Yep.
Shout out to Carlos, man. He's doing amazing. He's getting better with every episode,
Thank
and
you.
I'm noticing the growth in him, doing this podcast. So when he's ready to fly out on his own, he's gonna be way more than prepared.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, sky's the limit, man. We remember that 200 million
Ted
ESPN
Mill.
contract. Yeah, man, we want you to get that max, the
Yep.
max.
Yep.
Also, everyone, as you come in, please like the live, share it so we get more people to watch and subscribe.
Subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you know whenever we go live. There may be some random lives that we may do during the week. Like for example, Coach T over here did do a random live on the draft lottery during the week. So if you guys haven't checked that out, check that out. That was the first random episode that we had. I might do one down the line. I might do one down the line, and yeah, check
Yeah,
that one out.
you never know.
Yeah.
Randomly go live, like boop.
Yep.
But we will have a live starting next week on non-traditional days because we have so many guests that we had to add extra days. So we will go live next Wednesday. We do have a guest, Mr. Justin Armstrong, J2, who's been he's a sixth grader, been on the AAU circuit for a long time, been to a lot of top camps and
Right.
everything. And then we have another sixth grader after him on next Thursday. Um, we call him the Golden Child.
Golden
You
Child.
you will
All
see
right.
why when you'll see why when you see him. If you've seen that movie and you've seen him, they look like twins.
All right.
But that's Noah, Labrador. He's very popular on the circuit. Um, so that's one of our first guests with a big following that's coming on. So
All right. Big following. All right.
yeah, and you cannot miss June 31st. We have a kid that's already getting noticed by the NFL, and they already call him Mini Mahomes.
Wait, really?
Yes,
Like
and
NFL?
NFL. He's working with NFL quarterback coaches as we speak, and he's
Wow.
only 11 years old, and he's been dubbed. They call him Mini Mahomes, and if you watch the highlights, His team is the Chiefs. His Pop Warner team is the Chiefs, and their uniforms
Okay.
look just like the Chiefs. And he
Okay.
wears number 15. So
Ah.
if you see him move, and then you watch Mahomes, it's a split resemblance. Like when I first saw him, I thought I
Yeah.
was watching a Patrick Mahomes highlight, and I realized, wait a minute, that's not his name. And I saw him talking to him as a kid, and I was like, no way. So we've been talking ever since. He has a busy schedule,
Yeah. Okay.
but he'll be on the 31st. But we got a few announcements on some quick news that we're going to talk about before we bring our guest on today.
Yeah.
So first, if you haven't been under a rock, you know what happened in the NBA yesterday.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, the biggest butt kicking in an elimination game for defending champions yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
As we were doing our show, the Knicks
New York.
destroying the Boston Celtics. It was one point. At one point, it was over 40-point lead. They ended up winning by 38,
38. Yeah.
and it was one of the biggest lopsided victories. Carlos,
Yes.
what are your thoughts on that falafel?
The urgency had to kick in for the Knicks. It sure darn did. It sure darn did. Like urgency did
Mhm.
kick in. Like like some people on courtside, like John Stark said on ESPN. He said that he didn't expect a blowout. Like he expected like a close game, obviously game 6, but wow, what a blowout! That was actually the biggest deficit of win for the in Knicks franchise history in the playoffs.
Yeah,
38.
38. And it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, those Knicks fans have suffered for a very long time, Tony. They've suffered a while.
Oh yeah, they have.
Yeah, like what? Wait, let me think. 1973. We're in 2025. So like, oh my gosh, what's 28 plus 25? That's like 53 years.
53 years, and those fans done lost their dang on mind.
Hey, hey, they only got past the second round. Like, imagine, like I put this on the story, by the way. If you guys haven't checked the Instagram story for Be Ready Sports, I put something out in regarding the Knicks win. Um, but yeah, those people climbing on light poles, going crazy on a Friday night in New York. But wow, yeah, those people have suffered, and they're definitely taking the most advantage out of it. And yeah, imagine they win the finals, Tony.
And if they're acting like this and they're just getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, you know what? Let's stop talking.
Yeah.
Let's let the New York fans show you themselves how they're acting.
Bye bye! Bye bye! Bye bye!
Oh my God, he's all the way up.
Tarzan!
Oh my God.
Ah, Lord.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey.
Are you kidding me? They're acting like this, and they're just made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
They got past the second round. Not the Eastern Conference Finals, the second round. Like,
No, I'm saying they just made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
yeah, I know. And they're acting like that.
Man,
Hey,
I
that's
know, they've been suffering, but come on now.
for a half a century, Tony.
Imagine if they win the title. No, imagine this. No, just them making it to the finals.
Yeah, and it's gonna be twice as that, and then when they win the finals, it's gonna be
Hold up,
fireworks. Like,
hold up. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's a team in Oklahoma City that got something to say about that.
nah, but
There's
I
a
want
team
these.
in Denver that has something to say about that.
But with Denver, they don't have Aaron Gordon though. They might not have Aaron Gordon Game 7. Remember
That
that.
but yeah, it's the playoffs. Do or die game sevens, and anything can happen.
Definitely.
But we're gonna save the rest of our comments on that because I wanted to know what our guest thinks about that,
Yes.
about the New York crowd.
Yeah.
But we have one more announcement before we bring on our very talented guest who's waiting to get on this show. And if I don't bring him on soon, he's gonna reach across that screen and slap my glasses out my face.
Yeah.
Um, Caitlin Clark
Yep.
season debut yesterday against Angel Reese, and
Correction today, Tony.
it was the why. See, that's what I get for not following it.
It was today.
But she had a triple double
Yep.
plus four blocks and two steals, or four steals and two whatever. She had a dominant game,
Yep.
but I didn't have enough time to post the clip
Yeah.
because it was just told to me before we went live, and I saw the clip on social media. They got a little chippy in the game. You know, Caitlin Clark had a hard foul on Angel Reese, and Angel Reese didn't like that too much. You think Caitlin Clark learned her lesson from her rookie year to stop being so nice?
Definitely. Yep. She was the number one pick. She was the target, and I think she felt that.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, Carlos, I think we
Yeah.
did enough. I think we did enough of talking
Yep.
on these quick announcements.
Yep.
Um, Mr. Deuce is ready to go.
Indeed.
Mr. Deuce is ready to go. So, as I stated, as y'all know by now, we don't just bring anybody on our show. No, we only bring the best of the best that's out there on our show because them the only ones that's worthy of getting the exposure. And today is no different. So, Carlos,
Yes.
go ahead and introduce our guests so we can bring them on.
All right. Tonight's guest, he's an 11-year-old, sixth grade basketball player in the class of 2031 from Arlington, Texas. He plays for Next Gen 2031 in Texas. He's been to many showcases and camps. We will talk about that on this podcast. Some people call him the next Kevin Durant. He goes by nickname of Deuce. So please welcome to the Be Ready Sports Podcast, episode 11, Terrill Deuce Binion II.
Woo! As we upgrade, man, we'll have sound effects, but right now we gotta
Yeah, we gotta
we gotta use what we got. Welcome to the show, Deuce.
Deuce.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man, it is great to finally meet you. Great to finally talk to you face to face. I know we spoke we've been talking to each other weeks building up to this episode. So I know you were looking forward to it,
Yeah.
and you told me that that your favorite player was Kevin Durant, and people were saying that you were the next KD. So how did you get that comparison?
Well, obviously, I get like my Katie comparison from like my length and like my height, but mainly for me, like being able to ball handle the ball at my height and like being able to shoot as well as I can. So yeah.
And when we show the clips later on, you will see. You will see the comparisons. It's almost like a split image. But before I start blabbing off at the mouth, Deuce, my guy Carlos has a few questions for you. Are you ready?
We're ready.
Yeah, yeah. He said he's born ready. He stay ready, just like the name of the show.
Indeed.
All right, Carlos, floor is yours.
All right, Deuce. All right, so first question. Which side of the ball you like playing better, offense or defense?
Well, I like defense, but I like offensive more because like people say defense wins games. It does, but like you can't win a game without like putting the ball in the basket. So yeah.
Hmm. Offense. Coach
I
T,
like,
that was actually our first guest that said that he likes offense over defense.
but then he's also the first guest that made a valid point as to why he didn't. He's like, but he acknowledged that defense is important,
Yeah,
but you can't. But he's absolutely right too. You're not going to win if you don't put the ball in the basket.
obviously, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so Deuce, so when did you first start playing basketball?
I would say I first started playing basketball when I was like 5, but like if we're talking about like playing basketball seriously, I'll say my 4th grade year.
Fourth grade?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so what got you to play basketball?
So this is actually like pretty crazy. So when I was like, I don't remember what grade I was in. I think it was in like 2nd or 3rd grade. I remember my dad telling me he was a basketball player, and like, so I decided to search his name up on Google, and like a bunch of stuff popped up about him and stuff.
Hmm.
And and I was like, if he do this for real, then I want to do it for real.
Well, shout out to shout out to your pops, 12 billion senior. Now let's go ahead and do a pop in.
Hmm.
Is he there?
Hmm?
Is your pops there?
Oh.
Let's do a
Hey,
pop in. Yeah.
I,
Yeah, man, you got your boy interested just by a Google search to seeing your work. Man, I
man,
know you. Man, I know out of all of your accomplishments, that one sits number one. Just for him seeing your success, and it got him inspired. So, cool. Shout out to you. We show love to the parents here. Yeah, we embarrass you guys too, but we show love to all the parents of all these elite athletes because Carlos is one as well, and I've seen firsthand that without that support system and parents that is just as dedicated as your youth, they will not succeed. So I know it's
absolutely,
a lot of work for you guys as well, but shout out to you.
man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
But before you go, how you feel about being the number one person that inspired Deuce to get into basketball?
Well, actually, it's like for me, it's a very humbling experience because I strive as a dad to be the man that my kids would say they would be proud to have as their dad. So just to hear him say that I inspired him, that's a humbling experience for me because that's the first time I've ever heard him say this. So I'm listening to it firsthand, just like you are.
Hey, save this episode and play it over and over and over again. So when he walks across that stage on draft night, you can play this clip in that bio.
Absolutely,
When they show the vignettes of his journey, and you can say, "Hey, on May 17th, 2025, he showed a clip that you was the one that expired his journey."
man. That's awesome.
Shout out to you too, Deuce. All right, Carlos.
All right. All right, so Deuce, so what are your goals like in basketball?
Well, if we're talking long term,
Yeah,
I
long
want.
term.
Okay, so long term, I want to make it varsity as a freshman, and then also do pretty good during my high school season, and go to my dream college, UCLA.
UCLA.
Mm. Oh
All
man, he
right.
said UCLA. Oh my
Mhm.
God.
Oh, yeah, because he's a fan of USC.
No, I've been to you.
No. Oh,
I'm a,
are,
I'm
are,
a,
are are you been to USC?
I'm an alumni, USC.
And they're rivals, and they're two rivals in LA.
Yes.
The only way if you go there, that's the only way I'll swallow swallow that and walk on UCLA's campus just to see you play. That's the only time. All right,
Hey,
Carlos. Stop me from interrupting your interview, man.
it's all
Stop.
right. It's all right. All
I
right.
do this every show. You need to stop me.
All right. All right. All right. So, dude. So, do you have any hobbies or interests like outside of basketball?
Well, yeah, when school, like at school, I I draw because I do art and I play instrument.
Or instrument? Uh, what type of instrument?
I'm in orchestra, so I play the bass.
Bass. All right. All right. So, what do you do before a game during a basketball before a basketball game?
Mm, I'll say like listen to music, stretch, pretty much the norm.
Norm. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's your favorite song to listen to before a game?
Can I say an artist?
Yeah. Yeah. It could be artist.
Either Nino Pade because like his music's like calm, but like a little bit of mixture of like calm and like real rap. And then either Nino Pade or mm, BAKJ.
All right. All right. That's good. All right. So, what's your favorite moment playing basketball?
Okay, so this was like when I was in fourth grade, so like when I first started. So I was like wasn't really that good back then, and I thought this was like cool.
Yeah.
It was one of my first games like starting and like playing for real.
Yeah.
And that game I hit three threes in a row.
Three threes in a row.
Yeah.
All right. 9 points right there. Yeah. 3, 6, 9. Yeah. All right. So, what's your like training and practice schedule during the week?
So I work out 3 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And
All
then
right.
if I miss a day, I make sure to like make it up either on during the weekends if I don't have a tournament or during Thursday, Friday.
Okay. All right. So, how do you balance school and sports?
Okay, so it's been hard lately, but I've been getting my grades up better.
All right.
And it's pretty hard to do being an athlete, worrying about like working out every day and like getting your reps in and stuff. And then also keeping your grades and making sure to finish your work in the classroom and outside the classroom. But I'll say it's pretty good.
All right. Yeah, most definitely because student athlete, like they put the student in front of the athlete for a reason. Academics go first. It's not athlete student, student athlete. So, what's the best tournament you've ever played in?
Ball on the beach for sure.
While on the beach, down in Miami. Yeah, yeah, that's where I'm from, Miami,
Well,
Florida. Yeah,
And I don't know if Carlos's schedule allows it, but I'll be in attendance. So
yeah,
if you're gonna be there next year, oh yeah, we we might run into each other.
oh yeah, most definitely.
Might do a quick interview on site.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, so so if you could meet any sports athlete, who would it be?
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
You should have known the answer to that one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, that was a yeah, yeah, that was a given. Okay, so who is your favorite team in the NBA?
Okay, so I know my favorite player is Kevin Durant, and he plays with the Suns, but I don't really like the Suns because like I don't mess with Devin Booker like that.
Nah.
But
Ooh,
but I'll
shots
say,
fired.
but I would say Minnesota and LA
Which
Minnesota and
LA?
LA.
Which LA?
Oh yeah, yeah. Which one?
Which one?
Lakers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, I think he made up for UCLA about
Yeah.
for UCLA.
There's only one
Woo!
team.
If he would
There's
have
only
said if he would have said the Clippers, I'd have said Carlos, you got this. I'll come back when I'm out of my feelings. No, I'm just kidding.
and there's only one team that rules LA. That's the Lakers. They rule LA. Okay.
So I got a quick question, Carlos,
Yep.
for you
Stuff.
forget. Sorry.
Yeah.
So let's say you get to UCLA, right?
Yeah.
You graduate, and somehow something happened like they did this year. where the number one pick ends up becoming the Lakers and they pick you, what will be your first, I would say, like speech or whatever? Well, how would that be like as a pro, and how would you feel to be drafted by the Lakers?
Well, to start off my speech first, I'll be thanking like my parents and my coaches for like putting their time and hard work into me. And then also thanking my father and my mother for like paying for like everything back then. And yeah,
Okay.
Most def. Yeah, very good. You got to mention them parents always. All right, so do so. Have you been to any showcases or camps?
yeah, a lot.
A lot. Okay,
Yeah.
so what were these camps?
I don't know about, I might know some. I might not know all of them because I'm going to some like right after school ends. So Abo Nation, Coast to Coast,
Oh yeah, I know coast to coast.
Yeah.
The Ballers Live.
Yeah, and that's a pretty big one.
Mm, one that I'm going to, Ballers Live, Phenom Camp. Uh, DC Heat. Uh, I went to a lot of camps. Holy.
A
Uh,
lot.
What about TV3?
no, I haven't gone there.
Neo.
And no, I haven't went. I might go. I don't know though. One that I might go to, MHHCV.
Yeah, that's gonna be the next one I was gonna say.
Mm,
What about McDavid?
Whew,
You been to McDavid up in Orlando?
McDavid. Oh yeah, I'm going.
Oh, okay.
And then I got a camp in Atlanta. I think it's all American camp.
I think that's the yeah. I'm trying to remember.
Hmm? Yeah, Born to Ball.
Oh,
That's it.
Boarding Ball. Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's it.
You
So
did
yeah,
all that this year or just overall?
overall, but
Oh,
mainly last year because that's when I started like popping off.
okay.
Mhm.
You like?
Okay,
I like how you said popping off though.
popping off.
So I like the way you
Yeah,
said.
yeah, I like that too. Okay, so you mentioned Phenom, right?
Yeah,
Where was that Phenom camp at? San Diego?
it was in California.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's my fault.
San
It
Diego,
was in
California,
Orange County.
Orange County. All right. Uh, s- Tony, where is San Diego in Orange County?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah, because my brother went to the Phenom camp in San Diego, like the big one in San Diego. Yeah, that was like his biggest camp he went to, the Phenom camp in San Diego.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, like all right, so what's your biggest like sports achievement?
Mm, I say I'll say like I have one, but like I might not remember it. Like mm, probably when I went to ball on the beach and I had double digits all 3 games that I played in.
Okay. It's a pretty good achievement, in a big tournament,
Yeah,
having double digits. All right, that's good.
and
All
then
right, so what?
and then also in the second game of ball on the beach, I was one of the standout players. And the crazy part is because last year I didn't get like no playing time at all. So that really made me like proud of myself doing that. So yeah.
Well, standout player in ball on the beach. That's some big time growth. Like from not getting much minutes to being a standout player in a big tournament. That's something. That's a really good job. So, Deuce, what sport besides basketball would you like to try? Like, like if you had to choose a sport outside of basketball to try.
Okay, so my choice is either football or mm, I might just do football because soccer seem hard.
Yeah, soccer requires a lot of footwork.
Yeah.
That that's it for me for questions.
All right.
Oh man, you was rolling, man. You was
What?
rolling. You should have
But
just kept going. You need to
yeah,
get to
no,
a point where the questions start popping off in your head. You like boom, boom, boom,
yeah, I know.
boom,
Like I'm generating questions like AI.
like AI. Wow.
Like
You got Chat GBT in your head.
yeah, ChatGPT.
So, Deuce, man, that was inspiring, man. I'm already inspired. I'm going to put on a jersey right now and go hoop with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll have to forfeit because they're like, there's no way, sir, that you can prove that you're 12 years old. Give me your birth certificate.
Birth certificate.
Be liking those memes on Instagram. When they be, of course, when they be making fun of the reclass, and they be having them grown men go up there and playing against those kids. They be reverse dunking and stuff, and then they all pull out driving off in the car with their families and their kids and stuff.
Like how?
I'm like, wow, they wilding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it be like that, man. I remember the first time we thought we was doing good when our local. We started winning tournaments a long time ago. So we decided to travel. We
Gotcha.
went we went to Jermaine O'Neal's. I'm down there in Texas. Jermaine O'Neal's facility.
Yeah, driving it. I've been there plenty of
Yeah, Drive
times.
Nation. Man,
I think they turned that into a pickleball facility or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
oh, that's crazy. This was
Oh my
about 10.
goodness.
This was about 10 years ago.
Whoa.
But was it been 10 years ago? Yeah, it was a while. But we went in there. Our first game. They, th- these were this was my sixth graders, and then we had a couple, fifth graders on there too. That was, that was playing solid
Yeah, that's playing up.
local.
Yeah.
So they played up with the sixth graders. Man, our first game we played against a team from New Orleans. Man, they had a sixth grader that was like 6'5" already
Yeah.
getting
Hmm.
over the rim. I was like, yeah, that's yeah. Now y'all in the we jumped out the pond. Now we in the ocean.
Yeah.
But we ended up losing that game by 10 because they just kept getting offensive rebounds. It was pissing me off. But to my credit, I didn't scream and yell at them. We ended up getting second place. But it was an eye-opening experience for all of us. And then when we got home, my kids like, hey, we gotta work harder, coach. We gotta practice harder, coach. Um, they were telling me to run them. They was like,
Yeah.
coach, run us.
Hmm.
Yeah, because one team,
Oh,
the team that beat us, um, I think it was like Texas United. I think,
oh, I used to play with them. Yeah,
yeah,
Texas United tough.
they pressed us the whole game and ran us up and down, up and down, up. It was up and down all day, and they never seen that before. Like teams will press us, but we'll break it and they'll get out of it. No, they was in our jerseys all game. They didn't let up at all, and they were gassed. Like they were pressing us so hard. Like our boys, they were gassed, and they ended up winning the game by like 20. It was a close game to the last 5 minutes, and they just went on like a 15-0 run because we were just gassed.
Hmm.
And they were like, "Coach, run us." So I took them to the track. I took them
Yeah.
to the track and ran them till they puked.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep,
Gotta be careful what you wish for.
that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
And the parents understood. They were like, "We can't be." That's like, hey, we go back out here and we leave. This is when I was in California still. We leave California, we go out there. We're like, we got to be ready. So, with that being said, Deuce, what was your biggest? That was my biggest eye-opening moment of how the real world of basketball is. What was your eye-opening moment that let you know, like, oh, okay, basketball is bigger than what I'm used to?
Okay, so when we went, you know the Missouri One Movement tournament.
I'm not familiar with that one though.
So it's like this big tournament all the way in Missouri. So this is my fourth grade year. It's my first year like playing basketball seriously, and like it's me and my whole team. So we come to the gym, right? We see that's like this is not no regular gym. This is an arena. Like it's humongous. So we walk in, we are mesmerized. We are like there's a bunch of courts and like a bunch of games going on. Our first game we got smacked by 30. We got mercy ruled that game.
Wow.
Our second game smacked by 20.
Yikes.
So
Then
this, sorry, go ahead.
and then we got to pool play. We got to a team that we could actually beat. We lost to a game winner.
Oh, that hurts.
Ooh.
Game winner. That, that gotta hurt.
And then also at Drop Nation we played Southern Assault, which is now Legion Elite. We played them. We got smacked by 50.
50. Oh my.
Yeah, cause y'all know the 6'6" kid.
Hmm.
Y'all know the 6'6" kid.
Nah, I don't.
You don't know Christian?
He,
Christian.
Christian
What?
Bell. Christian Bell.
he's talking about
Yeah,
He's talking
like
about
talk.
Christian Bell. He's the kid's huge.
We played
Probably
him. We got smacked by 50.
50.
He's
Wow.
huge.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
you
it's
gotta look him
thinking,
up on Instagram, Carlos.
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
thinking he
Got it.
wasn't the only person scoring. It was everybody as a whole.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how it was when we played Texas United. That's how it was. It wasn't one person it was everybody. It was everybody. Like they were they was the ball movement was crisp. They was swinging it left and right. They were hitting they were hitting open threes. They were making they made every single layup. It was ridiculous. I mean, we fought with them for a while, but it was just like eventually eventually kicked in. And when we played against our that 6'6" kid, I just told my boys, look, there's two things that can happen. Y'all can y'all can just let him go to work and embarrass you guys and get a triple double on you, or y'all can fight him and not literally fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all can fight and make him prove that he's better than you. And they were like, no, coach, coach, he gonna have to show up. And yeah, every time he got down the block, boom, we, we were just being physical with him. Just boom, boom, getting in. Because I teach them the fundamentals. Like be on the weak side. You know, when he drop steps, be there. He has to shoot over you. If he goes through you, you know, it's gonna be a whistle. So
Yeah.
that's what we did. But of course, this is not about me. It's about Deuce.
Yeah.
So that was your coming to the real world of basketball moment. Everybody has that. I mean, Carlos has his story.
I do. Yeah.
I have plenty of them with mine. My first, my very when I first started coaching, I'm gonna tell mine and I'm gonna have Carlos tell his. This was my coming. It was a lot worse than yours, Deuce. Um, I used to coach rec ball when I first started, and I didn't know anything about the travel until I ran into Steve. You missed that, man. We talked about that before when we came on about Kelly Clark dominating.
Oh.
Yeah, she took it to. We'll touch on it again. That's Steve. That's our king in the chat. Um, well, my like I said, these were rec kids, and we just won the championship.
Yeah.
Um, and so one of these guys that knew me, he was like, man, well, he had his own organization. He was like, let's, let, he was on the circuit. I was like, he was like, why don't you come out here and join us? And I was like, okay. So I went to a few tournaments, sat with him, and I was like, well, this is a big experience. And I took a couple of my players with me, and they were like, they wanted to compete. So we ordered jerseys, did all that all that stuff. Long story short, we started practicing. We got to our first tournament, our first game. We lost 62 to
Oh my,
6.
oh my goodness.
2-6. Oh my
It
gosh,
was,
that's bad.
yeah, it was so bad. They they stopped pressing. They stopped pressing,
They play
and
half court defense like inside the 3 point
they were
line.
just playing half court defense, and the other coach, he was like, "Look, man, we've been playing forever." It was like, "Yeah, this is our first tournament game." He was like, "Hey, man, just stick with it, man." And then he was telling me about his first. He got smacked like that too. I think he was just trying to ease the pain of getting destroyed like that.
Yeah.
So the next game, so we ended up having that was an early game. That was like a very
8
early
a.m.
game. Yeah, one of those 8 a.m. games that I can't stand.
I hate 8 a.m. games.
I hate them
Hmm.
too. Those tournament directors need to be. Anyway, we get up at 5 o'clock in the morning on weekdays. We don't need to do that on a Saturday morning. That's just how I look at it. But next game, we had to play 2 hours later. We didn't have that much of a break. Kids were like down on themselves. And Carlos, no, he played for me before. We do, open engagement after the game, and they're just like, "Hey, it's just better competition." Next game, it was 55-15,
Oh my gosh.
and so it was one of those 3 game guarantees. So that was the pool. So that was the pool play. So next was the bracket. So we end up having to play the team that destroyed us the first time
Hmm.
again.
Yeah.
So he's in the he set his starters,
Wow.
and he
Disrespect.
played he just played he played his bench, and they ended up putting 72 on us, and it was 72 like 44 or something like that. So it was still bad,
Yeah. Still.
and I was like, I was like, these kids are done. They were like, I'm like, two of the boys were crying. I was like,
Crying is crazy.
yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah. I was like, man, we got to toughen up. So I ended up just moving. We got better, but that was my welcome to the tournament world. And these were what, third grade.
Oh, third grade year?
Yeah, these were third graders.
Yeah.
All right, tell Deuce yours, Carlos.
Okay. So let's see. My first story was when I was in 3rd grade. When I was in oh my god.
He's talking about my 60. Not
Yeah, your
65 to
blowout.
60 blowout. I ain't ashamed to share it, Steve.
I got a similar story. So yeah, so I was in 3rd grade. Playing my first travel team in Sunrise, Florida. South Florida team, travel team. We played against one of the best teams in the country. Do you know who Raja Bell is, Deuce?
Mm-mm.
He was a former NBA player.
Roger. Nah.
Nah, not Raja Bell. Yeah, so he had his own team called Team Mamba, and he had 2 of his sons and a bunch of talented guys. They're on that team, and they played against us in a tournament, in a local tournament, and they just blew us out. Like blew us out. Like I'm talking about like it was like 70 to like 5 or something like that. It was awful. Yeah.
Oh.
They were like one of the best teams in the country. Yeah.
7 to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yours wasn't that as bad as ours.
Yeah, no, but it's still bad though. Like 65, like something like that, like a blowout.
Yeah,
So yeah,
when you lose a game and you don't even score 10 points, yeah, it's terrible.
yeah, yeah, they were just like better than us, like from top to bottom. Like they were just better. So yeah, that was my welcome to travel basketball moment.
So, Deuce, you went through that experience, and obviously you learned from it. Your team got better
Yep.
and everything. But what was which team was it that you played on when you was in fourth grade? What's the name of that? What was that squad?
So we played one movement. Second team, second team. Oh yeah, we played one movement, Drive Nation, Oklahoma, and Righteous Elite.
Oh yeah, those are Righteous Elite and Dry. Yeah, those are top programs up there.
Yeah, cause
Um,
I got my get back on both teams. I got my get back on Drive Nation not too long ago.
that's good. Yeah, get that get back. You never forget. Yeah, you never forget. You never forget those beatdowns. I never played that team again, but um, but right now you're playing for next gen elite, right?
Yep.
And how long have you been playing with them?
For I'll say 2 seasons.
So about a couple years.
Yeah. No, last year.
Last year, oh, last year and this
Okay,
year,
last year in the year.
and this year. So how do you? So how is? So tell us about your relationship with your coach and your team, and how you're learning from them and your success with
So
next.
I would say I'm gonna talk about like my coach first. So like I'll say the main reason why I'm here is because my uncle he needed they needed a shooter on the team and they said I was the perfect fit. So when I came to the team, like it was hard to like fit me in for a little bit because I only knew like one person on the team, and like it didn't take them that long like start like talking to me. It took them only one day for the tournaments like start talking to me, and also it was hard for my coach to like put me in. But then like when I got in the game, I did like what I was supposed to do. So like I started getting like more play time, and he learned how to like put me in the game at like certain times and stuff. So like he figured out my play style more.
Yeah, that's the main thing, especially when you go to a new squad. Is you create your opportunities at practice by outworking everybody and busting their head in practice, and then you
Yep.
take advantage of those opportunities in the game. So once you get in, you make it hard for the coach to sit you. I'm a firm believer of that, and I tell my kids that I said, you make my job hard. You make me not want to sub you out. Okay, if I'm not telling, giving you a reason, if I'm not giving you a reason for subbing you out, then and ain't telling you I subbed you out for this, then you didn't do your job. That's how I teach. That's how I coach my players. Um, so yeah, I like that. Deuce, you're learning that at a young age, man. Keep that up.
Yeah.
Keep that up. So, but Next Gen Elite is not the only team that you played on, right?
Yeah, I played for 3 more teams. One for what? No, technically four. Two for rec, and then two for travel ball.
So a total of
Yeah,
5 teams total.
yeah.
Um, which one outside of Next Gen? Because in case they're watching, that's your current squad. So obviously, right now they're the best
Yeah.
because that's your current squad. But outside of Next Gen, which team was your favorite and why?
Wait, are we counting rec too or not?
All of them. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put it in the list. I would say for my first team, I'll put Hunt United, which is now Pro Skills. I'll say because like my first time playing with them, like I didn't really know about anybody on the team, and I was just like playing like see like if I fit in, and I fit in pretty good. Even though I had to play like small forward on the team and like get in high post because of like my height, it was like pretty easy because I didn't really have to do anything much. All I had to do was like get the ball, pass it to the corner, like get the ball, turn around and shoot it. or
You
like
know,
go to the basket.
you know what'd be amazing, Carlos?
What?
If we did a squad with all our guests, we would take over America.
Oh yeah.
And I'm saying it to everybody that's listening, because I'm just thinking like we just had AJ on here a
Yeah.
couple days ago. The kid's like 5'8", 5'9". He's a legit big, but he can get up and down the floor. But if you put him on the same team with Deuce with
Imagine.
that size, and he can work the perimeter, and who's gonna stop that duo?
I don't
And
know
then
who.
and then you put Key, who we had on here yesterday,
Him. Yeah.
and Jace ball hawking at the top. Just those four alone will beat everybody out there.
Yeah.
I, but I know there's some. I know there's they got to defend themselves. They're going to say no way and this, that, and third. But we s- we're not even including the guests that haven't been on here yet.
Yeah. We got a lot more.
That's in their age group. So they will, man, they will run it. It'll be the Be Ready Sports with just number one team in the nation off of one tournament, because we'll just beat everybody by 50.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of coaches that has inspired you,
Yeah.
like Coach Underwood, Coach Carroll, um, Coach Finch, Coach Burks, and of course your dad. So tell us about the relationship that you have with all those coaches that I just named. Um, yeah.
So mainly the coach Mike. I met him when I was playing with Texas United, and like he was like the calm coach, like the coach that would like walk you through it. Like so, like you could do something wrong, but instead of like making you like do push-ups and like thinking you didn't pay attention, he'll like show you how to do it again,
Okay.
and he'll like take the calm approach. But like if you don't like pay attention, like for real, and like you mess it up like multiple times, then he's like gonna get on your butt.
Yeah.
And then and then with Coach Zach, he's like I'm gonna use like a movie reference. He's like Mr. Miyagi. Like he's gonna teach you like fundamentals. Like we're not gonna do like anything like new we're doing straight fundamentals.
Mm. You see an older guy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like and the thing with my dad, I'll say he's like a mixture of Coach Jack and like Coach Mike, like in one. Cause like we
Okay.
use fundamentals with like new edition stuff. Whenever
Okay.
like we go to the gym and like stuff. So yeah.
So you're getting a balance of all of it.
Yeah.
The old school way, the old school fundamentals that always been working, and then the adaptation to the current game,
Yeah.
which, which explains a lot of while at your size that you can move like you do. So, Carlos, Carlos asked you earlier about your practice schedule and everything, but without giving your secrets, um, tell us how you keep yourself in shape and how you keep yourself sharp.
So when I was younger, I used to get on the Vertimax with Coach Zach and one of my other coaches, Coach Rock. And we used to like get on it almost every day that I was there. So that was helping me stay in shape. And then not too just like recently I got back on the Vertimax. Cause I'm also close to dunking because that's my main reason why I wanted to get back on the Vertimax and also to stay in shape. Cause with my other coach, with my new current coach, Coach Titan, he helps me with the Vertimax and like we do like uh we use resistance bands and
Hmm.
then also like weighted bands sometimes. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that'll get it done.
Yeah, resistant bands. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and also with my other coach, my rec coach, Coach Burks, he made us run like up and down hills, like oh my god,
In rec league?
yeah,
A wreck.
because that's when we started like getting into like tournaments and stuff, not like big tournaments, but like just tournaments.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he was just getting you guys ready for that.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any other additional questions for him, Carlos, from all the information you just learned?
No, we're good.
Oh my gosh.
We're good with that.
We got to work on that journalism. Oh yeah,
Okay,
the
good.
reason why the reason why we're like this is I've been knowing Carlos since he was younger than you. He's going into his senior year of high school. He's going into journalism. He wants to be a broadcaster along with playing basketball. So that's one of the reasons why we started this podcast and bringing on talented players like yourself. So he'll know what it's like to interview players. So he's a work in progress. I'm trying to get him to open up more,
Yeah.
but he's doing a great job.
Thank
This
you.
boy, I'm going to embarrass him, but when he was younger, he was the shyest person in the world. Like,
Come on, Tony.
you had a hard. It was
Come
a
on.
hard time getting 2 words out of Carlos.
Come on.
But now look at him. He's on the podcast.
Yeah.
So
I
all
love.
you shy kids out there, hey, anything is possible, like KG said.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But before I start blabbing on the mouth and keep you on this podcast for all day long, and your dad spaz out on me and be like, "We got stuff to do. I got to feed my boy and all this good stuff." Let's get into your footage here.
Alright.
So I have you here with a trophy that's almost as tall as you.
Oh, I know what you're finishing. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you was at nationals.
Yeah, that was like that was either like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I don't remember.
Yeah, but look at that. Look at the size of that thing, Carlos.
Yeah, that's pretty big. Pretty
Yeah,
big trophy.
you know, if you ever been to like grandmother's house, Deuce, or great grandmother's house, they have a clock that's called a grandfather clock that's
Yeah,
about seven
it's
to
like
eight feet tall,
it's
Oh yeah.
big. Yeah.
and yeah, and then when that thing chimes, it rocks the house. It's like boom. You like that's what that trophy remind me of. I
Wow.
think it's I think it's huge. And oh look,
And
look,
also the metal was big
yeah, I think that
because
yeah,
the metal was like
blink.
this big.
Yeah, that thing's blinging.
Yep.
Because
But
also that's one of the biggest medals I ever got.
but that's not the one. That's not the one thing that stands out in this picture. Carlos,
What?
look at his feet.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
the
the
mismatch.
mismatched shoes. All right. I
Yeah,
like
just,
that.
The metal here, the metal right here.
Oh, there you go. There-
oh look, let me put you back on the big screen so you can show everybody the medal.
Here, the metal right here. This is
Damn.
so big.
So that
And
was like that was the in so that was a tournament before the nationals to get you
yeah,
seeded into nationals.
yeah,
So
that was
that's
the
what that tournament
qualifiers.
is for. The qualifiers, yeah. Okay. So let's put this back on the team on the team. Wow, on the screen. And we ask this question to every hooper that comes on here. Like you're not an elite hooper if you don't have a strong shoe game. So tell your fans about your shoe game. Like what is your go-to shoe for your tournaments?
Well, I'll say either my KD4s or since I got some new shoes, I got the KD 18 UIBLs. So I'll either choose those or my KD4s.
Man, and you should have. I wish you would have allowed me to show that reveal that you had on those KDs on the show. But if y'all want to see it, go into his Deuce's Instagram, which is what one sniper. I'm trying. I'm trying to
One one silent sniper.
one silent sniper,
Yeah.
and you will see what I'm talking about, man. Them shoes are smooth, and he's a great advertiser for them because and I think you have one of them on your feet right now in
Yeah,
his
the
clip.
Easters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think you have one of them on your feet. But what made you decide to go mismatch?
Because I saw how like the colors complemented each other, and also I saw like some hints of white in the Easters, so I thought it would be like a good mismatch to like mismatch with the pearls, cause like the both colors like complement each other.
Right, you hear that, Carlos?
Yeah.
So Carlos, tell Deuce what your go-to shoe is.
My go-to shoe is the shoe that I wear right now in travel, which is the LeBron Witness 8s.
Mm. I think I used to have those.
Yeah?
Yeah, cause all my hoop shoes KDs now, but I used to rock LeBrons like crazy back then. Cause I had like two pairs of I had either three or two pairs of witnesses, and then I had the ones that look like boots.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
it was either the 19s or the 18s. I don't remember though.
see, Steve, tell Bruce to get on here, because Bruce don't think kids don't rock LeBrons at all. And we just met you, and we just had three hoopers on here that's showed you that they hoop in LeBron. So Bruce, you need to stop saying that blasphemy. Um, so where so you still have that trophy, or is that coach's trophy?
That was the team trophy.
I think. Oh, okay. So you got that humongous medal, humongous trophy, for a humongous win.
Yeah,
So tell us how that championship game went.
it was very loud in that gym. Like,
Mm.
cause the thing is like at the end they stole the ball and they stole the ball. They ran to the basket. Right, they shot the ball below the hoop for a layup. They
Oh
they
my
hit they
goodness.
hit the backboard, and then we that went out of bounds, and then we passed it in. Then our point guard, we broke the press. We were able to get to the half court line. Then our point guard got in the shooting motion and it hit his arm. Then he got three free throws.
Ooh,
Wow.
that is.
Wow.
Ooh, that's the fouls that you don't want to commit.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, he made all three free throws, all in net, no rim.
Clutch. Clutch.
That's clutch.
Yep.
Give him a shout out, Deuce. Give him a shout out.
My cousin AD,
Yeah, I forgot to tell you. Um, yeah, I forgot to tell you.
AD,
You can give as many shout outs as you want. Our boy Jace has the record. He gave 26 shout outs on this episode.
well,
Yeah, he was shouting out everybody.
cause like, cause I play on like two teams for right now. I play with Legion and Next Gen. My main team is Next Gen, and the other team that I play for is Legion. Cause my friend, he's a family friend, Christian. He's like Christian Bell. He helped me out, like play with them
Okay.
since we like go to the same school. Like that's like my best friend. Come over here. He come over like here almost. He try to come over here almost every weekend, and he sometimes does. So
Okay.
we have a pretty good relationship, and yeah. Then Coach Norris, I would want to thank him for allowing me to play with their team. Mhm.
Shout out to Coach Norris.
Yep.
That sounds pretty similar. You and your relationship with Christian Bell, and sounds like Carlos and his brother's relationship with Raja and um with his boys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were good. They're good friends too. And I hate when I'm trying to give a shout out to somebody on the show and I can't think of their name. Um, it was is Dia
D and
and
Ty.
Ty.
Yep.
Dia Bell and Ty Bell.
Yep.
I actually got the privilege of watching them play live. So when Christian played with Ty and against them.
Oh yeah.
So I was so that leads to my next question before we show your other photo and then we get into your footage. Um, what famous NBA players have you met at these tournaments?
So one, I met Deion Waiters, Ricky Davis,
Oh,
um, yeah, Josh Move, uh, Lamarcus Lamarcus Aldridge.
oh,
I met him while I was working out with Tyler Ralph. Uh, Derek Hamilton. Oh no, not Derek. Rick Hamilton.
oh.
Uh, who? Jamal Crawford. Oh yeah, I did meet Jamal Crawford at John Nation. Kendrick Perkins and it's one more. Mm-hmm.
That man is a mountain, ain't he?
Cause the crazy
Carl,
part, cause that's my half cousin uncle.
yeah, Carlos. He's
Hmm?
never met Kendrick Perkins in person. Um, the way you see him on TV is real. Like
Like
he is that big in person. Like he makes Shaq look little. That dude is huge.
yeah.
He is huge. He's not as tall as Shaq, but he is a mountain.
Yeah.
Um, I think the biggest one that came down there was when you guys were playing that pickleball arena when Ray Allen walked in the door and it kind of like stopped the tournament when when his son was in high school and they played after you and your brother's game. Um,
Um
don't act
I
like you.
I don't think I remember that, to be
How
honest.
are you not?
I don't think I do. I don't think I do, to be honest.
So this is the problem, Deuce, when you remember everything and
But that
then
was
and they don't. So they think you're capping.
And I should too, because Ray Allen's like a big time player. Like, and I should know that, but
Yeah,
I'll
he
remember.
like everybody stopped playing, and when you walked in the door, and they were surrounding him, and then they're like, "Oh."
so you tell me they stopped the game and everything just to surround. Shit.
Yeah, they surrounded him like while he was trying to get his team ready, and then they had to get everybody away, and then he played his game, and then they surrounded him again as he was walking out the door.
Yeah.
Like he like hurried up and dipped out. Um,
Obviously, yeah.
but we also met Rip Hamilton. He was actually leaving as we were coming in. Um, that was when Christian played against the other Carlos.
Oh, I remember who I met. Rajon Rondo.
Rondo.
Yeah, that was at John Nation too.
I would have no, you didn't get a chance. You wouldn't have been down to play against PJ because he's older.
Yeah, our older team got to play up against him. Wait, they win that one or not? Yeah, they beat them.
Did you ever get a chance to see Niles
Oh
Newman?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I,
he's big out there he's big out there in Texas.
yeah. Cause I remember I got to watch him like at the OTR tournament and also at Ball on the Beach.
Yeah, yeah, you'll see me out there. But yeah, everybody comes out there. That's when we didn't go last. We didn't go last year, but the year before, I think Carmelo was out there.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose
Uh,
is out there.
yeah, and
Rondo was out there.
Ant Man.
Yeah, Ant Man was there.
Yeah,
Ball on the
I
beach.
almost got a chance to meet Ant Man, but we left early.
and shout out to Christian. He got a chance to play in front of the Newman. He saw the Newmans. He saw who else
Yeah.
did he say he saw out there
In Texas, he
in Texas?
saw
Oh,
Ant-Man. He saw Ant-Man.
Yeah.
He got to see the Newmans. Um,
can't. I didn't even like meet him, but I got to like watch one of the games. I got to see the warming up also. I saw RWE, so I met Cam,
oh
Okay.
wow.
Choppa, TJ, Crumble,
Okay.
uh, and Nelson. Those were 4 people that I saw.
Okay.
Big time people.
Oh yeah, and Jalen Dean Vines.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's the great thing about travel. You get to meet a lot of people, a lot of
Yep.
big name people in your sport.
Yeah.
And then the crazy part is, the thing is, I got to watch and play with RWE. Now, like we close now. Me and Jalen close now. So
That's
yeah,
good. That's good. That's good. That is amazing, right, Carlos?
Yeah.
Yeah. We, who knows who's going to be out there balling on the beach this year?
Oh yeah. Wonder who. There's always people. There's always people.
And then we have you flossing this ring right here. So what tournament did you win this at?
I don't even know what the term was called, to be honest.
Uh-oh.
It was what?
He's in Houston, though.
Yeah, it was a Houston.
Oh, you went down to Houston? Oh,
That
okay.
was because I be going to Houston for most of my tournaments. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you got a nice, you want a nice little ring here with next gen. You're not smiling in this picture though. Is this just a Kobe Bryant moment
Yeah.
or
Because I take pictures smiling and not smiling. I be wanting the pictures where I'm not smiling because like
you look more intense?
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. I don't smile in any of my pictures at all.
Wow.
People think I'm mad at the world. I'm like, no, there's just nothing to smile about.
Yeah.
I'm just taking a picture.
Cause
Yep.
like sometimes I be doing that like just normally, just like keeping a straight face, not really like. And then people be saying like, "You good?" Like I'm just telling.
Good. My
Well,
God.
Deuce, before we get into your highlights, I'm going to show you something, and I want to get your legit reaction. I'm not going to give you a warm up to what I'm going to show you. It's very quick, but I just want to get your legit reaction after it's done. You ready?
Mhm.
That was our previous guest, Key. That did that in-game layup.
Did that in game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
He
in
did.
game.
They either about 40. They probably about 40 if he did that.
Yep.
Good thing I'll probably do that at a camp, but in a real game, nah.
Yeah. It's really risky. Yeah.
Yeah, he did that is East Bay, but he did it with the live dribble. Like he dribbled it into the
Cause
layup.
I, cause my jelly package, I could do between legs, 360 tween, regular 360 like 360 windmill. Then
Windmill.
also like the East Bay between your leg, like the like what you just did.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that'll be sick when you get over the rim, man. You get that windmill at your length. You're gonna be what they say, Carlos, catching bodies.
Yep.
You're gonna be
Catching bodies.
you're gonna be dunking when? You're what, sixth grade now?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be dunking by next year.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Oh, you
Cause
our sixth grade guests. Yeah, we got a lot of good ones, man. Boy, man. Let me stop before I start trying to put things together because this is Be Ready Sports Podcast squad. We just do one tournament and we number one. Um, but let's get
What's up?
look, Deuce is like, nah, bro, don't be trying to recruit me. I'm good where I'm at. Um, but let's get into your highlights here. And you'll be able to talk through them because there's no audio, so
uh,
you can talk through them.
okay.
This first one is about a minute and a half. But here we go.
Oh yeah, this was recent. This was to get to qualify.
Yeah.
This wait, hold on. I gotta see who we playing. This the game I had 18.
Oh yeah.
Cause that whole weekend I had double digits.
But we have to show Carlos why they call you mini KD. I think yeah, we got to show him.
Yeah. What?
Nice lay.
Then on this one, this was another fast break. Cause we was just running it up on them.
There was
Then
a pull up.
this a pull up.
Yup.
Let me see how
I
tall he is.
I
Oh
didn't hit
yeah.
I didn't hit my celly on that three. Cause normally I either gonna do this or like something like that.
Jalen Brunson. All right.
And here he goes. No hezzy.
Hand down, man down. Yeah.
And look, I wish I could have paused it. But I like how he hustled after he made the shot. Instead of just standing there celebrating, he hustled in and got into the press. Man, these people need to quit walking in front of the camera. Another one.
Ooh.
Slow mo. Like, you're just not even going to close, man. You need to read the scouting report, bro.
Yeah, we gotta close out.
Before I hit that three, I hit like three threes prior to that. I don't know why he came out.
He no respect. He thought it was luck, and you had to show him like, nah, bro. So before I get into the next video, I asked every single one of you guys. Well, obviously the shoe question, of course, but there's always a story behind your number. So you like KD,
Yeah.
your baby KD.
Mhm.
You're gonna turn in, but eventually you're gonna turn into the real KD. Except you're gonna be Deuce,
Yeah.
like Kevin Durant. But you wear 24.
Yeah.
So what's the story behind wearing 24?
So pretty much the reason why I started like wearing 24. Well, I didn't start out wearing 24. I started out wearing number 1 because like I feel like I'm on top. But
Yeah, pretty self-explanatory.
That's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
but the reason why I wear 24 is because when my dad used to play, he wore 24 throughout his career, and also because I'm not gonna say the goat, but one of the goats were the number 24.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like I just want to carry on my dad's legacy with the number 24, and also make a new legacy with it, and also just carry on the number for Kobe.
I like that the fact that you call yourself and your dad one of the goats, man. I greatly respect that.
Like it. Yeah.
I like that. I like that very much. Man, you keep up with your trajectory of where you're going, man, and keep up the work that you're doing. Yes, you're gonna be in that conversation. Yeah, I'm saying it
Yeah.
live on this show. Don't
Yep.
sleep on my man Deuce. Now we got one more. We got one more. Then you can be able to talk through this one as well.
Alright.
So it starts off in slow mo.
This was the Austin. I hit him with the pound swing heavy cross. I got him on that.
I wish I could pause that. Hold on.
What?
What did that move look like to you, Carlos?
Kevin Durant.
So now you understand why we call him Baby KD. KD.
Yeah. Shows it
That
right
one
there.
move some showed you.
Yeah.
Man, that was so nice. We're gonna play it again.
Cause whenever my point guard on the game, I get to be the big guard and like play guard.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah.
it's either gonna be me scoring or I'm gonna find someone open on the three. Cause I'm always gonna go to the basket when I'm playing guard. If I'm playing guard, then I'm always going to the basket. And then if I see someone popping out on corner, then I'm gonna pass it up.
I don't give them the scouting report on you though, Deuce. But you took that coast to coast, man. And so that was, yeah, he is getting up there. So yeah, we can barely. Yeah, you catch on the top,
Oh
step
yeah.
step back. That's KD all day.
Boom.
LeBron saw that, and let me stop. But oh, I didn't see this in the original. What's going on here? What you
um,
doing?
I was showing off my fit.
Oh.
Oh, and the ring.
Oh.
Oh, and he just closed the video out like that. Oh, he showed his fit and the ring. I see what you did there. So, explain to my boy Carlos so he can fully understand that that is not just a nickname that was just randomly gave to you because you like Kevin Durant. Let him know that. Explain to Carlos why you that dude.
Okay, so like I know like rather the reason like the nickname Baby KD's like coming up because I got the length and I got the handling skills and I got the shooting skills that he got. Because I study his game from like most of the time, and like I see how like he be like leaning and like extending his like using his length
Yeah.
whenever he uses his ball handling skills. So sometimes when I be in games and I get to run guard, I be trying to do that, and like also like I'll be trying to like copy his moves in games sometimes, like how he be doing like the tween cross, then like a step back or like a hezzy, then go to the basket or mid range. So yeah. Then also he's a very good shooter off and off the dribble.
Yeah.
Okay. So I gotta before we get into our competition. Before we get
And
into our
and
Go
then
ahead.
so for my other team Legion, I wear the number 35 because like I don't think like number 7 KD. I don't really rock with number 7 KD. Like yeah, he because the thing is when he made that three, but they didn't count it because of his size 17 shoe or whatever. I was a little bit mad about that. And,
Yeah.
but 35 KD with OKC, that was my favorite version of KD.
Mm.
No hesitation.
So I got so before we get into our competition, I gotta let you know that you're a KD fan. We got a Larry Bird fan here, and Carlos. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you guys each. You guys gonna have a quick debate on who's the better player, KD or Larry Bird.
Hmm.
Um, Dude, since you're the guest, you get to go first. So tell pretend I don't know either any of these guys. I'm like basketball illiterate,
So no
but
ball knowledge at all.
no ball knowledge at all. I don't know who these guys are, and you're trying to explain to me why um, KD is better than Larry Bird.
Hmm.
So, so tell me why is KD better than Larry Bird? Go.
Okay, so I think KD's looking better than Larry Bird because first of all, almost everybody in the basketball community knows that KD is a top one, not top three, not top two, top one all time scorer in the league. And then also, yeah, Larry Bird could handle the ball, shoot, and all that. KD can do the same thing, but better. He could handle more. He can handle quicker, faster, and also he has a quicker jump shot instead of like lodging it all the way from like back here and shooting it. He has a quicker jump shot. And then also, even though he hopped from like team to team, he had valid reasons for it. Because even though with OKC, he almost made a chip, me personally, he could have won a chip over there, but I don't know why he switched. But he went with the better team that's made the finals over 4 times, twice without him and twice with him. And they won the championship with him twice and without him once. Cause the thing is, I know like LeBron like beat them once, but like, come on, that's only one time. They beat him like 3 times. And also, how many championships did he win? Like, he won 2 championships. I was hoping one of them would be with Russ, but like it wasn't. So yeah. But the crazy fact is he won. He won both NBA Finals or not NBA Finals, NBA Final MVP or not? Because I think he won both. But he also won both MVPs for the finals. So
Okay, that was a good. That was a good argument, and he let you know it was a debate. You took a shot at Larry,
Right.
shooting for him,
He did.
and all that. He made some valid points. But Carlos,
Yes.
what is your explain to me and to Deuce why you believe Larry Bird is better than KD?
Larry Bird's better because better shooter.
wrong.
Like he's a better shooter, Deuce. Come on. He's a better
Uh,
shooter. He's a better
uh,
shooter, Deuce. Come on now. From the three, he's a better shooter.
uh,
Hey, but he played in an era that was physical and he played like he was a part of the biggest rivalries in sports. Like he played for the Celtics, obviously, and his rival was Magic Johnson. You know, and
LeBron.
those two went at it. Those two went at it,
Oh,
and that rivalry, like, created the path to the Kevin Durant LeBron. If it wasn't for that, the NBA would probably not be watchable today. If it wasn't for that of what happened back then. All right, so back to the championships. Larry Bird did win 3 championships, um, unlike Kevin Durant's 2 championships.
Okay.
Yeah, took a shot there at KD. But yeah, better shooter, play in an era that was very physical. If
How
it
many
wasn't
finals MVP he got?
what?
How many finals MVPs he got?
Wait, what, Deuce? Because you're lagging.
How many finals MVPs he got?
Finals
Deuce.
MVPs. Finals MVPs. I don't know that one with Larry Bird. I don't think he won any. I don't know about that.
Keyword
But
none.
no, I don't know about that. I don't know. So, but he did win 3 championships
Don't
with
let
the
him
Boston
get you
Celtics.
shook. Don't let him get you shook, Carlos.
He,
Stay on point.
he played with one team, Deuce, and not 5 million teams with KD. He played with one team, stay loyal with that one team, and if it wasn't for that era, that Larry Bird era, there would not be today's era of basketball. Like everything, like it started with the Larry Bird era, and it went down the line that path.
Okay.
So yeah, Tony.
What I will say, I'm not taking nobody's side here, but Larry Bird does have 3 NBA championships. He has 3 MVPs, two
Okay.
Finals MVPs, 12 All-Star selections, and Rookie of the Year. And I don't know if this matters, but he also won the 3-point contest. The NBA Finals MVP was 84 and 86. Those are probably Boston's 2 best, best squads they have.
Yeah.
But as far as taking a shot at KD's teammates, Larry Bird did play with 3 Hall of Famers,
Indeed.
not including himself. So that argument kind of balances each other out. And as far as competition, um, you know, he did go head to head with, you know, LeBron's stacked Miami Heat team, a team that he lost to, and then I say they were even
Kyrie Irving.
talent wise because
Six points.
Kyrie Irving.
So so that kind of balances out, and Larry Bird went up against, of course, the Showtime
Dirk
Lakers,
Nowitzki. Dirk, Dirk,
those
Dirk. Dirk
those
Nowitzki.
It's Dirk.
those
And
bad boy
Jason
Pistons, those
Jason
bad
Kidd.
boy Pistons,
Wait.
those tough, some tough Cleveland Cavalier teams then back then. Dr. J's 76ers that he had to go through. So as far as competition, they both hit a lot competition, elite competition. But your guys' debate was on who's the better player.
Katie.
So I'm gonna give you guys one rebuttal. So Deuce, you go first. You have one rebuttal to everything Carlos had just said.
Okay, so pretty much if we're talking about NBA Hall of Famers, teammates, Stephen Curry, Hall of Famer. Russell Westbrook, Hall of Famer. Draymond Green, possibly a Hall of Famer. Um, James Harden, maybe a Hall of Famer. And pretty much Andre Iguodala, Hall of Famer. That I'm already listed five people. Um, shoot. Who else is on that Stack Warriors team? Klay Thompson, Hall of Famer. I think that's it. That might be it. And then also to bring up the Finals MVPs, he didn't win. He won 3 championships, but not 3 MVPs, and he was the best player on that team. On the other hand, KD was the best player on that team, and he won the amount of championships and the amount of Finals MVPs, unlike Larry Bird.
Hmm.
So that, and also he has more MVP Hall of Fame teammates, and half of them have all been in All-Star games. Their All-Star games have they're at least in the double digits, or at least above 5. Besides Draymond Green, but yeah.
Okay, that was a nice rebuttal.
Yeah.
But before you go, Carlos,
Yes.
Kevin Durant has, of course, 2 NBA championships, 2 Finals MVPs. He has one league MVP, 15 All-Star selections, 2 All-Star Game MVPs, 11-time All NBA team, 6 first, 5 second. He has 4 scoring titles. Also won the Rookie of the Year award, and is also on the top 75 team.
And hold on, one more thing.
Oh, you had your
I
rebuttal.
one more
You had
just
your rebuttal.
one more thing.
All right.
Kevin Durant has also played up against more Hall of Famers than Larry Bird will ever have. And also one last thing. I don't recall Larry Bird calling anybody the real MVP. I don't recall that.
Anyone calling him doing what?
Calling anybody the real MVP.
Calling anyone the real MVP?
Mm-hmm. I don't recall that.
Oh, he took 2 shots at Larry.
Yeah. He took
I won't go into the Olympics because most of his career, they weren't having pros in the Olympics until after he retired when he entered the Dream Team. So I'm just omitting Kevin Durant's Olympic accomplishments. Of course, he's going to have more. It's just only because it was allowed while he was playing and not while Larry Bird was playing until '92. And by '92, he was already retired.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Carlos. Your rebuttal to everything Deuce had a strong rebuttal.
He did.
So if you want to win this campaign, you're gonna have to have a strong rebuttal. No pressure though.
Okay. So we're talking about the better player, Larry Bird or Kevin Durant. All right. So Larry Bird, 3 NBA titles, unlike Kevin Durant's 2 NBA titles. Won 3 MVPs. and Kevin Durant.
Let him finish, Deuce. Let him finish, Deuce. Let him
Yeah, let
finish.
me finish. Like,
That boy is built for debates. I can tell.
yeah, I
Let
know
him-
he is.
he is itching to say something, like he's grinding his
Hey,
teeth. Let him finish, Deuce. Go
and
ahead, Carlos.
I did let you finish, Deuce. I did let you did. All right, and I believe Larry Bird has more All Star appearances. I believe Tony than KD.
No,
Just
KD has 15. Larry Bird had 13.
wow, so
Mhm.
too short. All right, but Larry Bird would be a little bit swaggy at times. Like he would tell his opponents where he would shoot the ball, and he would shoot it right there in front of his face. Like he had that type of swagger back in that era, and he was a great player in an era that was physical, way physical than today's game. Like today's game, like it's not even close to what it was back in like the 80s,
We're done with the 90s.
like or the 90s or whatever. But when he was playing, the physicality was at an all-time high. Played against really good teams like the Lakers, had a rivalry with Magic Johnson. Like if it wasn't for that rivalry, like there would be no LeBron, no KD. Like it started with Larry Bird era. Like it started there. Like if there wasn't no Larry Bird, there would be no KD. So you gotta think about that. But yeah, that's my rebuttal. No, it's
Okay,
it.
well,
Yeah.
I was going to tell you time anyway.
Okay. Well,
Because
tell us the time.
all right,
Time.
all right, you guys both made, um, you
Wait, wait,
guys
wait, 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 wait.
both made
Oh my
strong
God.
arguments.
Wait.
Done. Call it.
Larry Bird only got one shoe. Katie got 18 of them. Katie got clothes, shorts, all that. Socks,
Dude.
shoes, clothes.
We're talking
Deuce
about
is going to do.
Better advertisements.
Deuce is going to argue this all day.
advertisements. Oh my.
Podcast.
Deuce is going to
He's
argue this all
he been on
day.
the podcast.
I don't think Deuce knows, but they didn't have a podcast back in the 80s.
Good.
I don't
All
think
right, guys.
computers
That
and
make
phones were.
that's what
All
makes
right,
him.
guys. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time
Yeah,
out.
no, like it's like a Trump debate
We're
over
gonna
here.
be here for 17 hours over this debate because Deuce is built for debating. I can tell that he was about to. Ooh, I'm gonna say I need to set him up to debate Bruce on
Yeah, I
this
know.
topic because he's a Celtic fan.
Yeah, he is a
That'll be fun. That'll be fun. But all right. You guys both made valid points um regarding your reasons as to why you felt KD was better and why you felt Larry Bird was better. Um, regarding the shoes back then, not too many NBA players were given signature shoes back then.
Yeah, back
So
then.
they set the precedent for NBA players of today to have those opportunities. And that opportunity actually was opened through Converse, through Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson. They had their own shoes, but it didn't become mainstream big until Michael Jordan, who made it to what the shoe game is today.
Yeah.
But back, but that doesn't mean that he didn't have his sponsorships and all that when he played. Um, he had the McDonald's. He had the one. He has local ones from his hometown in Indiana.
Yeah.
Um, what was the other one? I can't remember. I can't even think of them all off the top of my head. But he had a lot going on when he played. But the question is, who made the strongest case as to who was the better player? So, chat, give a one for Deuce for saying he gave the best argument as to why KD was better, or two for Carlos. I said Carlos gave the better argument as to who was better. Let's see what the chat says. We'll give them about 60 seconds to vote. Let's not all vote at once. What is up with our audience? They don't want to engage. All right. Since nobody wants to vote, I guess whoever's going to win this episode, I guess we're going to have to do trivia time. But so we don't be so we don't be here all day. What we're going to do is a little different. I'm going to ask a question, and whoever gives the right answer first wins. Okay.
Okay.
First one to three right answers wins. Since nobody in the chat wants to vote. Yeah, I'm talking to you guys. All right. So, KD won one MVP. What year did he win the MVP award?
2014. 2014.
2014 is correct.
Yep.
Deuce, did you really say 2017?
27.
I should give you a -1 for not knowing your favorite players the year he won MVP. Okay, Larry Bird has 3 MVPs. What years did he win his MVP?
86, 84.
86, 83.
With the championships or the MVPs?
No, the MVPs.
Like
Ooh.
like
What years
overall.
Like finals or just in general?
No, his league MVPs.
Okay, so
Oh.
He has 3 of them,
86.
and he won 3. What years did he win those MVPs?
86.
86 is 1.
87.
84,
87 is incorrect. 84 is
85.
1.
84, 86, and 80,
85.
81.
85, yes. He won them 3 years in a row. 84,
Yep.
85, and 86.
Wow.
Come on. Deuce, we got to come back, man. He's up 2-0. All right. This is an easy one. Who is the all-time leading scorer of the NBA right now?
LeBron.
I said it
That was
first.
a, that was a tie.
Ah.
That was a tie. That was a tie. That
I
was a
said
tie.
let, and I said let.
I said
Nah,
like first. I said like first.
Sure about that?
Yes.
He said LeBron first, but you said it so fast, Deuce, it was a tie. That was a tie. Who won MVP in 2024?
Jokic.
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 Oh, and I
Correct.
knew that, and I knew that too. And I
It's
stuttered.
2-1. He's coming back in the series. It's 2-1.
I feel like
Boston just got eliminated by the Knicks. How many points did they lose by?
38.
38. Yep. You was about to say 80, boy.
Yeah, and
I mean, it
So
felt like
close.
it felt like it though.
yeah,
Yeah, it did feel like 80.
30.
All right, Deuce. Good job, Carlos. You finally got one over. You finally beat one of our guests.
Oh, finally.
So it was a pleasure having you on, Deuce. I mean, you're a very intelligent young man.
Thank you. Thank you.
You were a great person to interview. I think you were of all the guests, you gave us the most in return, as far as like knowledge and critique and explaining your game. So you're gonna have a very, very, very long career, because you interview well. You're gonna get people to you're gonna get fans to fall in love with you, and that's half the battle right there. You get people to love you, you're gonna go far.
Thanks.
Yep.
So keep that energy. You got a great dad right there to to teach you that part. I already know you a straight A student, because I can tell by the way you present yourself. So keep up the good grades as well. But I ain't gonna keep you up here all day, Deuce. I know you got things to do, but we will do this again. Especially we need highlights of seeing you dunk. So
Yes.
we gotta bring you back. But did we miss anything, Carlos, before we let Deuce go?
No, and I think we left it all on the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
We also for my man Jace.
yes.
For my man Jace. For my man Jace. Um, please donate to his fundraiser that he has for his basketball team, Fadeaway in San Antonio. You pick a ball and you donate that amount to his Cash App here, which is $ AGV 8523, which is also in the description of this video and all the videos that we have before that. So help Jace get there. Uh,
To
he's
Las
been on this
Vegas.
show twice. You guys love him. So, and this boy's a dog on defense, Deuce. You would love to have him as one of your teammates. This boy's a dog. Um, Before I take this off the screen, you got any closing words you want to give to your fans? How they can find you on social media? What upcoming tournaments you have coming up or camps where they can see you?
Uh, I'll say follow me on my Instagram, _sniper_24. And for my followers, y'all most likely gonna see me at Phenom this year. Phenom, uh, that All American camp in Atlanta. What's it called again? It's like ball of something. Ball of something. Yeah, born to ball. And iPhone Nation. Yeah, and San Antonio Nationals. So that's what I'm gonna be probably over the summer. Some more camps coming up. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course, man. It was a pleasure to have you on. Um, you can also find Deuce's social media also in the descriptions here of this video. Now, we don't just leave the show just like clicking off and saying goodbye. Oh no 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 no. But when we get off the show, Deuce don't go anywhere. But Carlos will count us out, and I will tell you guys to be ready. And Deuce, you will say, and you stay ready. And we out. You got it?
Mhm.
All right. Count us out, Carlos.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
And to be ready,
You guys.
Stay ready.
and we out.
There
Stay
we
ready.
go.
We gotta stay ready.